GingerGM.
Okay, so this is against a junior, and I played c4, he played the Slav, and now my next video here, thank you Chopper for your kind comments, my next move here is a move I sometimes play. People think it's very boring, boo, but the reason I play this is because it's very easy to play. I quite like symmetrical positions. It's very good against juniors because their positional play is maybe not as good because they haven't got the experience. And I've done a DVD on it. I've done a DVD on most things. And I just think it's a nice way to play, you know. So pawn takes. Now I go knight c3. It's called the Exchange Slav. This is not the Tata Steel tournament. I'm sure there's loads of other commentary going on there. I'm just doing a little stream. I'm showing you a game I played from the Hastings competition against a 2200 kind of player. And in this position, black now played knight to f6. If black plays knight to c6, let's see if anyone knows the theory here. I'm keeping an eye on the chat. What should white play against this move here? Artel says, yes, you have done a DVD on most things, and I've brought them, and now I'm bankrupt. Well, thanks, Etel. Very, very kind of you to buy them, and I'm sorry you're bankrupt, mate. Thomas E4, E4 is right. This is why knight to c6 is actually a mistake, and this now has got a bit of a reputation of being a bit passive, this opening. But after this move, thank you for the cheer, Andy, takes, we can play d5. And in this position here, white gets a very strong attack. You can even get your pawn back like this. So in actual fact, copying white is not good here. And that's why knight c6 is bad. So knight f6 is the main line. And now we develop bishop f4, knight to c6. And the reason we put our bishop here is to play pawn to e3. And we don't want our bishop on one of these two squares because then it'll be stuck behind the pawn structure. I go on about this a lot. And if you play the London system, I'm sure a lot of you do, this is actually a little bit like the Jabava London, isn't it? You put these two pieces here, except you haven't got pawns. So it's quite similar. And I like having a bishop on this square. I like this bishop in a lot of openings. I find it's a very good bishop. So now my opponent played bishop f5. He's trying to copy me. And now a new idea, which I think gives white an advantage. Queen b3. I'm threatening to take that pawn. And it's quite hard for black to defend that. This is the main move, attacking and defending. And now we see the point of my idea. Queen a4 check. And it's quite hard to stop that because I've got a bishop here coming. So bishop d7 is the best move. And now queen c2. And now we see the point. After e6, what is the point of my opening play? Which of my opponent's pieces have I made bad? Which of black's pieces are bad in this position? My bloody phone has stopped working. I dropped it on the floor the other day. I've smashed it right up. I need to get a new phone. Phones are so expensive. Gosh. So let's have a look at what you're saying. Grabs the c2 square, locks in the bishop. Yeah, it's really Spain Alpha, you're right. Knight on a5. The knight on a5 is not so bad because it often comes in here. But it's all about this one here. It's all about this bishop. I just spoke about my bishop. Look at my bishop. That is outside the pyramid. So that's a lovely piece. You know, this one is a great piece. But by playing in this crafty way, I've made my opponent's bishop there, the piece in red, a very bad piece. Because I call this trapped in the pyramid. You know, it's like the I keep saying this, I don't know why I say this, but the rampaging mummy. And if he's trapped in the pyramid, he ain't going to kill anyone. And he wants to kill people. Well, the raging mummy here is trapped in the pyramid. It's a very bad piece. Lots of you are saying the knight on a5. Well, in actual fact, that's not so bad. Because that knight can often jump in here, as we'll see. Now, let's have a look. So, can I remember the moves? So, I now play knight to f3, develop easily. Rook c8, normal move. Bishop d3, develop. Bishop e7, develop. Both of us castle. And the reason I think I'm better here is simply this bishop here is much more active than this bishop here. So now I came in with my knight to e5, and maybe I'm going to win the bishop pair. But instead, bishop d7, isn't knight c6 better? Let's go and have a quick look at that. So a quick question from Jen's Chess, so we will go back. I don't think it is, because if you go knight to c6 in this position, I have a couple of options here. Maybe bishop b5 is one option. Maybe I bring my knight quickly into e5, because this is a very annoying pin for you. You're going to get in a bit of pressure here, Jen's Chess. I'd probably play this one, quickly trying to come in. And white's certainly a little bit better here, so this is better. Let's go back to the game. Knight to e5. My opponent played bishop e8, trying to control this one. And I saw that he wants to put his knight on this square here. And chess is all about doing your own ideas and trying to stop your opponent's ideas. So at the moment, I'm controlling this square with 2 pieces. My opponent's also controlling it with 2 pieces. But after queen e2, I now control it with 3 pieces. So I stop my opponent's plan. I also get my rook out of the rook's, and my queen out of the rook's line. What if he tries to exchange a knight with knight h5? Well, okay, last question or answer earlier on about the opening, because I did actually prepare this in the morning. And if we go back to the position, let's say around here, if black ever tries to play knight h5, trying to get rid of the bishop, which is a pretty good idea, there's 2 things you can do here. Normally, this is very worth playing, because he now has to play f6. And when he's played f6, you can just bring your bishop back to g3. Is the simplest way to play. Now, if he ever takes that one, we take with the h-pawn. And you can see here, we generate quite a lot of pressure with all on the light squares. Look at this one. This is a threat down here. So this is a very simple way to play. Let's go back to the game. So now after queen e2, my opponent played a6. And here I should probably just go rook c1, but I wanted to checkmate him. Because you know what checkmate is, boys and girls. What is checkmate? What is checkmate? What is checkmate? Who's going to say it? Come on, what is checkmate? What is it, boys and girls? What is checkmate? What is checkmate? Yes, well done, Spawn Alpha. The end of the game. It is indeed. Yes, so not sure if game Ryan is completely correct there. Not the first thought that went through my mind, but it is the end of the game. So my next maneuver is a very typical maneuver when you have a knight here and a bishop here. And I say to all of you, it's maneuvers that are very important that you've got to remember. And my maneuver now is queen f3. I want to go here and I want to checkmate here. My opponent played b5. I went queen h3. He now went b4. And anyone suggest a good move for white here? Let's see how many of you can, try to predict my moves as we go along. See if anyone can predict my moves. What is a good move in this position? God, I really want to play some blitz chess soon. So after this, I'm only going to show one game. And we're going to play a bit of blitz chess. But I'm only going to play the white lion and the black lion in anticipation for my forthcoming Chessable course on the black lion. Let's hope I don't lose every game. Now, Perno is saying just retreat the knight. You could do, but I like going aggressive, Perno. You should know that by now. And the thing is, if I retreat here, maybe I lose control of this square. So he might come in here at some point. Probably not, but there's a better move. Let's go more aggressive. This is the only piece that's stopping checkmate. So we should be looking at ways to get rid of this piece so we can checkmate. So I decided to go, this doesn't work because we lose a piece. But I decided to play knight g4 because now I'm threatening to take this knight with check and take there with checkmate. So I thought this was stronger than moving the bishop here because my knight is very aggressively placed and I might also come into this square now. So for example, if he takes my knight, it's checkmate now because I go check and next move I take on h7 with checkmate. Checkmate. So there we go. So my opponent, if he plays h6, well, that is asking for a slap around the face. I would definitely, boom, Wajid, you're right. I will definitely take that one with something. I don't know what, but he's going to get mated here, no doubt about it. So my opponent only has one move, and that is g6 to block my bishop out. But now I had an idea, funnily enough. My idea was to first go check here. I don't want to swap pieces off, so I want to keep that knight on the board. King here, and now I have to move my knight now. Knight here. My opponent plays a good move. He gets rid of one of my attacking pieces. But after bishop e5, I have a very nasty pin on the knight on f6. So I might even bring my f pawn into the attack, my g pawn into the attack. My opponent now played a very bad move, rook c2. And here I went knight to f4. Now, next question for you guys. Had my opponent now played knight c4, which looks like a good move, because he wants to take here or take here, I have a very strong tactic here. What is my strong tactic? Had knight come in to c4. What tactical move can I play now? Why not bishop d5? Do you mean bishop d6? Maybe. I would have gone f4 then, Wajid. And the point is, if he ever takes my bishop off, I'm always going to recapture with a pawn. And my pawn becomes a really good little attacker, doesn't it? But I have a very good move here. I think you meant bishop d6, Wajid. Well, maybe. That might have been another idea. But now, if I go knight to fh5, I think he can just take it. You've all got the right idea. You've all got the right idea. I like that. You're very good at teaching noob scum like myself. Don't ever call yourself noob scum. I mean, if you are noob scum, we were all noob scum one day. I was a noob scum for many a year when I was a kid. Or was I just born a grandmaster? No, no one's born a grandmaster. You become a grandmaster. Well, in this kind of position, because I have 4 pieces near his king, look at them, 1, 2, 3, 4, there should be a tactic. So you should be looking at ways to kill. Now, someone suggested knight here check, quite interesting. But after pawn takes knight, it doesn't quite work. Queen check here, and now should black take the knight or should black go to h8? There's only 2 choices there. Which square should black go to in this position? Which square should black go to here? One is a good move. Do you get greedy? You go, give me your knights. Give me your knights. I want all your knights. And do you go, or do you go, no, I don't want your knight. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. One is a good move and one is a bad move. Now, it is king to h8 is the best move. Why is king takes knight a bad move? Anyone see? Look for the checks. Look for the attacks. The unlikely knight has got it right. Schachmatt. Schachmatt. Is that what they say in Germany? Schachmatt. Go home. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, young boy. It is. Schachmatt. So you have to go to h8. But after he goes to h8, he's a piece up. I don't have an I don't have really an attack here. I've got no way through. So that doesn't work. So the correct move, had he gone knight here, was actually to play knight takes f7 and blast through his king. If you found this move, jolly good show, old boys and girls and people. And the point of this move is, if he goes rook takes, I go knight takes here, and that is one hell of a check. Check! That's a big check. If he goes king takes, then I think we actually take here. And the point being, we can now go queen takes h7. Next move, we're going to take on g6 with check. And then we're going to take the rook, and we're winning on material. We're hoovering them all up. So let's go back to the game. So he didn't play that. So instead now he played a bad move. He went rook c6 defending. And after a little bit of dancing about, dancing on the ceiling, ooh, ooh. Okay, what happened here? What happened? I went here, is that right? And then he went here. I went b3 to stop that knight coming in. And now, after rook takes here. He did play bishop d6. But that was the last move of the game. Who is going to find the boom move? Boom! Who's going to find the move? And you know what I did when I played this move? It's a very quiet tournament hall. There was 200 people sitting there in silence. Tick, 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 tick. And I played the next move, and you know what I did? I went, boom! Everyone looked at me, and I went, no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. That'd be a little bit rude. That'd be a little bit uncalled for, I feel. But it is a boom move. What is the boom move? This is the kind of move you just slide in, and you just go, and you just go, oh yeah, that felt good, man. That felt good. That didn't just feel good, that felt really good. So you have to follow, you have to come up with a combination. A couple of you got the right move. What are you doing after knight takes f7? Rook takes f7. What are you doing there? Leah Liet, you're doing very well today. Very well, oh boy. So it is a better move than knight takes. You saw that on Twitter. Hello to Denver, Colorado. DTNA. DTNA. Sounds like an AC/DC song. What am I thinking of? DMT. No, that's actually a drug, isn't it? What am I thinking? TNT? TNT is dynamite. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Who knows? TNT. Yeah, it is TNT. That's it. TNT is dynamite. Yeah, that's a good song. I like a bit of AC/DC. Don't we all? So, the move was rook to c8. And the whole point of this is it's a distraction technique. Had we gone for this one, we do take here with check. But after king here, there's not necessarily a good follow-up. Not a follow-up. Connects, thank you for subscribing there. So rook c8 is much stronger because this is a distraction technique. The knight here is his key piece. It's only defended by the queen. And when we distract the queen away from the knight, so for example, if he takes here, we can do boom and go bishop takes knight. And that, my friends, is one sexy little checkmate. That's one little attractive number, that one. And there's nothing my opponent can do. If he goes queen e7 trying to hold on to the knight, then we take here and take here. I did put it on Facebook, but I thought I'd just show it again. Okay, guys, right, I'm going to play some blitz now, so let's see if we can get anyone to play against. And what I'm going to do, I'm only going to play the white line and the black line. So the white line is where, oh, well, okay, he obviously didn't want to play me. The white line is what, okay, if you want to see the black line, let's have a look. Let's just see if I can. I'm going to give you a link to my black line YouTube video. This is my next course for Chessable, by the way. Black line. Maybe we'll have to put chess in, won't we? Let's put chess in there. There we go. I've got a link here, boys and girls. I've got a link for you.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this.
Look how look at me now. Look at that. God, that's a scary face, isn't it? Look at that. What's happened to my beard? Look at that. The beard's not there. Look at it. Very weird. Very weird. Anyway, if you want to learn about this opening, I'm not going to describe it too much, but this video there, you look younger now. That's all the blood I've been sucking. I look younger now. Well, that's good. Thank you, Carper. I actually reverse the time. I think I've just got a better camera. That's all it is. I've just got a better camera. Oh, that feels good. I hate seeing younger pics of myself. Yeah, I do actually think I look younger there. Who knows? You've been creating a chessable repertoire with the French. Okay, cool. Good to hear. Good to hear. So anyway, that link there is a YouTube video which explains this opening. But that's my next chessable thing. My next chessable. Why doesn't anyone want to play me? Come on. Oh, we got a game. Good. Okay, so the chess. So it normally is an opening against e4. Good. So stage 1 is to get your knights out. So this is stage 1 normally, but now he's blocked his queen. I'm going to go straight to stage 2, which is put a pawn on this square. Now I'm going to put my knight here. I'd say this is stage 1. You get a very nice compact position in the center. The next thing I generally do, maybe I'll put the bishop here. I don't know yet. I go c6 with the idea of sometimes expanding over here, but also to give my queen a nice square just to defend the center even more. Now let's go for the next stage. I'd say this is like the development stage. And now what makes this a little bit different is the following idea. h6, and now we can either do g5 here, or first of all, we do this typical maneuver, which is bringing the knight around to this square and in towards the king. And I'm going to go for it with g5. And this is the black line. It's a very interesting way to play. He's going to try to come into this square, but my knight is also coming into this square. So you get a very exciting position, as I think you can hopefully see. And I'm going to bring the knight around here. And it's really a very interesting opening. It's a way to start going for an attack from move 1 for move 1, basically. It's, you know, you go for attack from move 1 with black. I mean, that's quite fun, isn't it? Can't be bad. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this bishop out. Just pin that knight. Looks like a good idea to me. Is this a pre-taste of the Chessable course? Well, I'm just going to play some blitz games in it. I'm creating the course at the moment. Now, here, can I sacrifice there? I don't know. Or do I have to just retreat? And I'm going to just retreat for now. And I'm hoping that I've created a bit of a target so I can go g4. And maybe I can castle queenside. Now you can see that this whole opening is just quite fun. It's one of the most aggressive openings you can play. And you often get an attacking position. So it's loads of fun to play. I mean, I don't know if it's entirely sound, but what I'm going to do in my Chessable course, I decided I'm doing the risky line and I'm doing the tame line. So every time you get a choice between playing risky and playing a bit safer. So you don't have to play with g5. I'm going to show you some other ways you can play as well. But in the meantime, I'm just going to get on with trying to open up his king and checkmate him. But it's fun, yeah? This is fun. Yeah, the tame line. I'm not really known for my tame chess play, am I? But you can see, you get some very interesting positions. I don't know if Morpheus is still about in the chat, but he is a black line expert. And now he wants to go here and he wants to block it all up. Let's get rid of that knight now. That knight seems like a good piece, yeah? So, okay. And you can see, I'm going to go here to stop his knight coming in. And maybe I've got one of these two moves to open up his king. Very exciting. So this is, if you want to learn this opening and you don't want to buy my course, I'm probably going to lose some time here. I better shut up. Then have a look at that YouTube video I linked in. But the Chessable course is going to be really, really extensive. It's going to be very extensive. The Cowardly Lion. Well, that's one way you could call it. Okay, I've got to play quicker here. I quite like my position. Surely I'm gonna open him up somehow. But first of all, let's just try to improve my pieces. That's a nice square for my knight. I'm probably a bit better here, yeah. There's the Morpheus. He said he's won some good games with it. Good. And now I'm just going to stop him breaking on the king side. Oh, okay. So he's trying to block it all up. Now, can I get my queen to that pawn? If I can get my queen to that pawn, I'm going to be doing all right. I think I must be better here. Look at his knight. His knight's really bad. This pawn is a real weakness. So what I'm thinking of doing is like moving my knight, trying to take that pawn. His knight does stop him getting checkmated, but his position seems to be very bad. So what is his plan here? Where does my knight want to go? Here? Okay. I just want to make way for the queen. I thought this might be the best square. Where's this? Okay, let's see. I just want to take this one. And my position is very good. He hasn't got any counterplay here either. So this seems... Okay, my only danger is losing on time in this position. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a really exciting opening. And there's not much written on it so far. That's the amazing thing about this opening. We might have to go into an ending, which is slightly disappointing. Opposite colour, but I feel there should be some winning chances because all the pawns are on dart squares. So I should be able to pick some of them up. So I'm going to now do a little bit of manoeuvring. I'm going to lose on time, aren't I? Doesn't matter if I win everything if I lose on time. Okay, this is my break. This is my break, yeah? Is he doing anything over here? I don't think so. H3. This is my break. Okay. Now, how am I going to win this? Okay. Oh, shit. Why didn't... Okay. Of course I saw this. I didn't even see this, but this is actually winning. It's funny when you blunder and actually it turns out to be a good move. And la la la. La 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 la. La la la. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous position. Hello, Black Line. I'm liking you, Black Line. I'm liking you a lot. Oh, I'm enjoying this game. Does he not know how to resign? Has he forgotten the resign button? Look at this. The pawns are coming. Oh, I'm enjoying this one. I'm enjoying this one. Let's just do a little bit of knight manoeuvring. Okay, we'll take that one, shall we? And he wants to go for stalemate, does he? No, 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 no. None of that, please, sir. Maybe I should just end the game rather than mess about. Well, there we go. That is the Black Lion. Lion, like a Zion. Well, how's the song go? Like a Zion in Lionville. It doesn't go like that. Okay, so now I'm going to play the same opening. I'm going to play the same opening, but I'm going to play it with the white pieces now. So let's just see if why not do it with white, you know? So I'm now going to play the white line. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Let's see if you guys can remember the moves as we go along. Can we see, put that in your pipe animation? Oh, he's gone for the aggressive one. Okay, that's probably an interesting move. You can do this in the normal line. I'll go H3. I don't know if I've got it set up at the moment, the put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm afraid to say. I'm sorry about that. So this is the black line. We've seen this all before, but my opponent is going for the aggressive line. So this is a little bit different now. So I'm going to go here, threaten this one, and I'm going to. He's trying to black line me up, and I feel that the square I want to go for is this square here. That is his weak square. I want to try to eventually get my pieces into that, but let's just develop normally for the time being. Okay, let's go b4. He's going to have to castle this way, isn't he? So I want to be ready to attack him when he castles on that side of the board. So now maybe I should just get the bishop pair here. Let's see. This is a very weird position, isn't it? Neither of us want to castle, because as soon as we castle, I could have taken that pawn, couldn't I? As soon as one of us castles, our king castles into a bit of an attack. If I castle here, he goes g4. So we're trying to avoid castling. And I'm still trying to avoid castling. But maybe I should be trying to get my bishop in the game. How do we play this position, guys? Maybe just this one. And threaten some way to open up the position. Somehow the black line is very club level in the Netherlands. Well, it actually came. This opening, the black line, came from, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm talking very quickly. It's very hard to stream and calculate. Let's go. Do I go here, or was that really bad? Do I go here? I feel like I want to open him up. Let's go here. That's my plan. It came from, it was a Dutch thing. It was actually invented by some Dutch chess players, this opening. And there is a book, if you search Black Line Chess, that I think is very expensive now, that I brought a long time ago, that explains this opening in more detail. And it's by two Dutch chess players, maybe not the highest of ratings they have, but they came up with this brilliant opening idea, which is so much fun to play. And I don't think there's many grandmasters that play this, but it's such a popular opening lower down, and it basically teaches you how to attack, because you've got to be able to attack in this opening. Okay, now if I take there, open up the H file, but otherwise, how am I going to do this? Okay, I should probably not open up lines towards my king. I think my position's still quite good, because I got this idea of getting my bishop into a very nice square. So we're going to try to do that now and come across. The orange line is more popular. Maybe we should call it the orange line. But it's just a very exciting, interesting opening, I feel. And this position is very nice to me, I still feel. If he has to push here, maybe I'll just go g3. His pawn is very weak. His pawns are quite unstable. My king seems a bit safer than his. Now, if he goes bishop takes there, I can either play d5 or take that one. I'm just trying to work out what is the best move. Okay, so we're not so worried about this pawn. Oh, what's this tactics going on here? Have I missed something? What have I missed? It's only a check, isn't it? Why did he do that? That seems very strange. That seems like a very strange idea. My king seems to be quite safe here. I'm not so worried about this pawn. I mean, it's only a pawn. Aha! This is his idea. Okay. He did have an idea. Oh. Oof. That's annoying. Okay. How do I stop that one then? That was very crafty, wasn't it? Can I even stop that? I'm not sure I can stop that. Can I? Oh, I can play here. Oh, that was lucky. All good players are lucky. Okay, but now I'm probably going to lose on time. It took me ages to find that. So I'm going to move a bit quicker there. Of course I saw that. Again. I'm pieced up now, but I'm very short time, so time to move. Cool. It's funny how... okay, come on. I've got to move quicker, though. This is very slow. Okay. He wants to go there, doesn't he? Shiza. Shiza! This guy likes attacking like me, yeah? So short time. Should still... He's got 3 pawns for the piece. It's quite an intriguing position, yeah? Intriguing position. Trying to move quick. Still think I'm doing very well chess-wise here. But that might not be important if I lose on time. Well, it won't be, will it? There's no might about it. Shite, he's got a strong pawn. He's got a strong pawn, don't get me wrong. That pawn is strong. That pawn uses the force. Fuck. Excuse my French there. Oh shit, he's got that one. Yeah. Never in doubt. The who have the doubt. Did anyone have any doubt there? I didn't have any doubt. Oh, he doesn't want to play again. He's had enough. He's declined. He's declined my match. He has said, oh, your line is too strong for me. Your line is better than my line. He has it. Okay. That was quite interesting, but I was lucky. I was lucky to find that queen move that managed to swap queens off. So let's keep going the black line. So just to give you an idea, we'll play like 4 or 5 games in this. So can you remember stage 1? Stage 1 is generally bring the knights out. So I'd say this is stage 1. Now you can also go e5 straight away, but you can play e5 here. And now stage 2, I always play c6 because it gives this idea of pushing over here, which I'm going to now take because he's most likely to go this way. Now, I find that the queen is quite good here because it does a good job of just defending everything. So I'll put the queen here. And now, because he's gone here, I feel he might castle this way. So I'm gonna try to improve space. Let's go here. My bishop might be best on this square. I don't want his knight coming in. And I have to go to this square. I wanted to go there, but I don't want it to be taken. So this is a little bit maybe funny play I've been doing. We're trying to block up the king side, because if I can block up the king side, I will be able to castle there. And let's concentrate. Oh, he's got bishop takes here. That's very scary. That's a very scary move. I probably won't take it because he has knight takes. He's played it. He's played it. I'm not going to take that because his knight will come into this square. I'm just going to give him the pawn and get castled. It's only a pawn. I've got a very compact position. Thank you, guy in the box. I think my rating got over 20. It briefly, my rating briefly got over 2700. But then I probably had a bad day and lost all my rating points. So I feel he's going to sacrifice there, isn't he? But I don't have much choice. We're going to have to we'll let him have some fun. Fire your guns. Do. It does look like a modern now, doesn't it? It certainly does. But how do I coordinate my pieces? Well, let's start here. We need to create some threats in the position. The move I really want to play is c5, but I'm still a little bit worried about his knight coming into one of the squares. But I think I'm going to have to play it sooner or later. Maybe bishop here first. One more piece looking towards the center. And I feel I have to play this move at some point. What do you think about Zavin's rook g1 and delayed exchange yesterday? I've no thinking about it because I didn't see it. I did not see it. Okay, so this is looking bad now. I forgot about this move trapping my rook. This is looking bad. So I'm going to exchange down. Going to need some minor miracles here to pull this back. My main idea is to come in here. Lions modern instead of ties. But yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? I don't know why that move bot's saying see all the games from British Blitz Championships. That's a little bit old. We'll have to get rid of that one, won't we? We will have to get rid of that one. So I'm going to try to swing my knight in there. But we need to... Okay. We need to open up some lines for pieces. So let's do that one. It might not be 100% tragic, this position. Because his king is always going to be a little bit weak. A little bit weak. How bad is this position? I mean, it's not great. I mean, it's not like a brilliant position, but it might not be that bad. It might just be bad, but not that bad. Okay. Now I'm going to try to get the knight here. GingerGM, timeout, moobot. I don't know how to do that. How do I do that? I don't know how to do that. Don't give me any technical stuff to do, Charlie. You know what I'm like technical wise. I am such a technophobe, guys. Such a technophobe. You know, I you know, really struggle with technology. I'm getting better, but I'm still not quite there. Right, so oh, why didn't I go check and win his bishop? God, there. I could have won that piece. I saw it as soon as I played the move. That was much better. But you know what? This position, actually, even though I'm lots of material down, I don't think it's that bad because that knight is so strong. Or am I just talking rubbish? That knight is so strong. Look at that knight. It's such a good knight. It defends everything. It might be able to attack later. It's such a strong knight. Okay, so he wants to come here though. Now, okay, so if I go here, I'm going to lose that knight but pick up material. So I actually prefer that knight to that rook. So I'm going to instead try and keep my pieces a bit. I can always win some material back, but I don't really want to do that. Let's try to start an attack. All in. All in. But he is coming here now, isn't he? All right, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do this. Let's see. His king side's a little bit weak. I'm going to take this one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hello. Now his pawns are still a little bit scary. When I say a little bit, they're bloody scary. Okay. Now, why didn't he... Oh, what am I doing? Don't lose on time. He should have gone here. This is the move I'm scared of. Oh shit, my bishop. Fuck. Queen. Mate. Oh no! Oh no. Oh, that was terrible. I was doing all right there. I came right back in it. I came right back in it. And then I did that. Oh, that was disappointing. That was disappointing, wasn't it? That was disappointing, boys and girls. Okay, anyway. Hey ho. That's the way it goes. So I'm gonna try 2 more games and then we'll call it a day. So I'm just gonna play the same setup. I'm going to play it against everything. That was sad. It was sad. I have to agree. That was okay. I'm getting angry now. I can't play blitz with at least. I've got to push Harry at least once. It was an interesting game. It was. Okay, come on. So, okay, let's see. This This is a complicated position. I mean, I'm probably haven't got enough compensation. But it's quite interesting, I feel. His king can be quite weak as well. I've got my rook opened up, so we're creating some chaos. Is the King's Indian defence your second defence? I suppose so, yeah, 5-card draw. I do play the King's Indian defence a fair few, you know, quite often. Because it's a very exciting opening as well, isn't it? The King's Indian defence. So, yeah, it probably is my second defence. Okay, am I getting any play here? I'm not sure I am getting any play. I might just be not. I mean, I knew I was going to lose this pawn. But unless I can get castle quickly, it's unlikely I will get any play. But we'll play one more game after this, whatever result. And then I'm going to concentrate on doing another stream tomorrow. Get back into the streaming world. So he wants to go here, I would have thought. So, and I want to go here. And I'd love to get my king over here. Okay. So here, knight takes here. And then, how about rook in, like a complete lunatic? Don't know if it's working so well. So let's go for plan 2, which is the plan I mentioned about just castling queenside. So he can still go here. If I go queen takes, he takes on f3, which looks okay. So I'm going to have to do something like knight to this square. But this f2 pawn is very annoying. So how do we do anything here? Knight here, knight takes f2. Well, let's try it, because we're gonna come into g6 as well. The King's in defence is a very exciting opening, but it's a very hard opening to perfect. Now this is getting increasingly complex, this position, but a little bit sad if the queens come off the board. Didn't really want to get the queens off the board, but still got an active couple of pieces here. If I can get this one in, so he's got to go knight e5. Knight e5 is a really annoying move, because then his knight comes in here, yeah? Shit. That is annoying. Because he comes in here, then he comes here. Oh dear. This, oh, he didn't see it. Unbelievable. He could have gone knight e5, attacking my rook, and I think that would have been game over. Now this position, I feel should be okay somehow for me, but I could just be wrong. Do we have to try to stop that pawn first of all? Okay, let's do that. I don't want to go backwards. I want to win that pawn. That pawn is really annoying. Okay. So let's take that one off. And is this ending really bad? I don't think this ending is that bad for me, because my king is so active and my pieces are much better than my opponent's. So I don't think this ending should be that bad for me. If I take there, I don't want to lose my a pawn, because I have no winning chances. So to keep winning chances here, I want to keep as many pawns on the board. My king is it's like a cat amongst the pigeons. I'm sure you know that expression. My king is like, you know, around his pawns. So I'm glad the Killer Dutch was a good DVD. I mean, you can go and check out the GingerGM shop always. Oh, is he going to try to mate me? Oh, that's naughty. His bishop is coming there. That's checkmate nearly. Bloody hell. How did I fall into that? Okay, so my last move was terrible. Oh dear, I can't do anything about that, can I? That's shite. If I move the knight, he has this check. If I go knight here, rook here, that's really annoying. I'll put my king in such a stupid place, yeah? Okay. Well. Let's just try to blitz him out a little bit. As much as we can, while playing very slowly. He blitzed me in the last game, didn't he? So I don't feel bad if I win on time here. Yeah, never in doubt. That's going to put him on tilt, isn't it? Maybe some minor doubt there. Some minor doubts. Did anyone doubt that? I don't know. When he won the first game on time, dirty flagger. Yeah, you know what Kamsky would say about that, wouldn't you? I am a fucking legend. I am a, you know. Oh dear. That was quite funny. The old that was probably one of the best chess clips ever, wasn't it? The Kamsky clip. You know, it was hilarious. I thought. I don't know. What were your point of views? I mean, he knew the time limit before playing, so you can't be that upset. So we got another black line, and by now you guys should know the setup. So this is like stage 2, did I say? And the next stage is way ho, off we go. This is the black line. Oh, has anyone got a link to the Kamsky thing? It's hilarious. And you can probably remember this maneuver. Remember the first game, my knight came around to this square. Yeah, if I win this one, I go above 2,500. Woohoo! Now I think knight h4 is probably quite a good move here in these types of positions. So maybe even g5 is more accurate. I'm going to have to check that before moving the knight. But this is the whole point of the black line. Your knight sits behind the pawn, and then you break through with g4 or knight f4. We even have rook g8, and you get this big attack. So you can see how easy it is to play. Yeah, it's really like, you know, really fun. This guy's no mug either. He's like nearly 2,600. So this is why I'm doing this course. I think a lot of you will enjoy this course, my Chessable course. And the reason I wanted to do the black line is I've done one on the Dutch. So you should, if you learn that, have an opening against d4. I've done one, the Jabava London system with d4, so you have an opening with white. But what you do against e4. So I'm recommending you play this black line system, which leads to some very exciting games, as we're going to see. Why is he taking so long? Because the black line has hit him. He doesn't know what to do. The black line is slapping him about. I mean, it's not a common opening, is it? It's not a. I love to see a link of that. There must be a link somewhere to that. There must be. So my next plan here is very simple. I go knight g6, and then I either go knight to f4. My knight very good there. Or I go knight g6, and then I go g4. My centre is quite solid. This is why I put the queen here. Or have I fallen into some attack? Okay, so my opponent's gone for a sacrifice. Interesting idea. But does this really work? He is a piece down. Maybe I even... You know what? I'm so rusty with this opening. I think I even talked about this, and I said I should not allow this sacrifice. I might have just walked into one of my own things that I've said don't do. Maybe that was silly, but yeah, maybe I had to be a bit careful. Can I post the link? I don't know. You could try posting the link. So let's have a look. Maybe I'm in trouble here. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe I should. What did I do wrong then? Did I? Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I did anything wrong in that sequence. Okay, well, I'm going to sack it. I don't like defending, so we're going to turn it around and see if we can be the aggressor. So rather than defending, let's try to take a little bit of initiative here by castling queenside. Keep it as interesting as we can. And of course my opponent should be a lot better here. Well, he's the exchange up, isn't he? He's the exchange up, so of course he is a lot better here. But he spent a lot of time finding that tactic which might slap him in the face a bit later on. Okay, so I'm really thinking I need to move quick here. This is my biggie, isn't it? Are we going to ever try to get an attack? Doubtful. I need my rook. I need my rook over here. He's trying to grab pawns. Greedy. Okay, let's see if I can. Let's see if we can deuce. Oh, I fall. Another exchange is gone. Oh, I'm not going to get to 2600, am I? Now, what was it I was taught at school? It was bishops are stronger than rooks. Was that right? That's what I was taught at school. Yeah, bishops are stronger than rooks. Well, he's got rid of my bishops even, so that's not what we taught at school. This is horrible. Horrible. Oh, would he see it? Would he see it? Oh, I don't think he saw that, but he's okay. Can you believe it? I don't think he saw that, but somehow he's probably still absolutely okay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm sure he didn't see that little... Oh, hello. 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 Oh. Mic damage. Over and out. Over and out. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me now. Hear me now. Okay, well there we go. So I think we are... I've got over 2600. That wasn't the best game to finish on, but my opponent took a lot of time, didn't he? Getting to that position. So if you spend a lot of time and you lose on time, if you spend a lot of time getting a good position and you lose on time, it's your own fault. In blitz, clearly. That's the way it goes. It wasn't that bad for him. I mean, like, he just got short. So, I'm going to call it a day now because I've still got to do this Chessable course and I've got a lot of work to do. And thank you all for tuning in. It's been far too long since I've streamed, so it really has been. I'm going to do another stream tomorrow. If you go to my Facebook page and Twitter page, I'll try to post up a schedule of when I will be streaming later on. So you can have a look there. Maybe I'll post one here below. So thank you everyone who's tuned in today. And hopefully I'll be back again. It's great to see some regular names in the chat, as always. Thank you so much for supporting the stream and coming along. So I'll see you all later and goodbye for now. Cheers. Goodbye.